Welcome back to the Mike Check Show, man. Today we're joined by an NBA guard, smooth scorer, a global hooper, from the Detroit Pistons to dominating overseas, man. Alex built a career on skill, IQ, and consistency.
Yeah.
We're talking hoops, we're talking grind, and we're talking the life at the pro level. Please welcome, y'all. Please welcome Alex. Now, how you pronounce your last name? Is it Acker or Acker?
You said it right the first time.
Acker?
Yeah.
Please welcome Alex Acker, man. What's going on, brother?
Everything's love, man. It's cold as hell out here.
What part of Italy you're located?
I'm actually in Como, Italy. Yeah.
Is that like a soccer or basketball dominated?
That's a good question. No, it's actually a soccer. Yeah. But we 30 minutes. I'm 30 minutes. I'm up north. So Como is like in the mountains in a little bit. So I'm up north. About 30 minutes down is Milan. You got some beautiful cities out here. Everything's right next door. So it's love. Got a nice big lake out here and everything. Yeah.
The way I like to start off my pod, right? Is by asking rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Favorite NBA arena to play in?
Oof. That would have to be Los Angeles Lakers arena.
Let's go.
Staples Center, yeah.
Toughest defender you ever faced?
Gary Payton.
Yeah, damn, this is the third time I hear GP. Alvin Williams said the same thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Best teammate you play with? NBA or overseas?
Best teammate. I gotta say my guy Chauncey Billups, man. I'll have to say him. He taught me a lot about the game. Yeah, I can go on all day about that, but that's my guy, man. He's the reason why.
Billups.
Yep.
Mr. Big Shot. One coach who changed your game the most?
My pops.
Oh, that's what's up. Is he still here with us?
Yeah, he's still here. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. God bless Pops. NBA or EuroLeague? Which is more physical, by the way?
EuroLeague more physical.
Because they allow a lot of stuff, right?
A lot of stuff. It ain't no sugarcoating at all. You gotta have a mid-range, you gotta have a jump shot. You ain't getting to the whole finessing. You trying to dunk, you gotta go strong.
Yeah, that's a fact. Go-to move when you needed a bucket.
In and out crossover.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but which one though? Which one?
Right to left.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Biggest adjustment going from the NBA to overseas. What game I was watching? But anyway, I think they allow like what we call here the offensive like goaltending and stuff like that. They allow it out there, right?
Yeah, they allow it out there. 3-second rule. You know, in the NBA, you got 2.9. You can be in there for 2 seconds and you out. You got big man that's like Wembanyama that's living in there. That's why I say you got to have a jump shot or a nice floater because they there. You beat your first man in the league, you got an island. You know what I mean? You beat your first man, you got another one stepping up. You got long arms reaching everywhere. It's statistics. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Okay. Loudest crowd you ever played in front of?
Olympiacos, and that's in Greece.
Was it loud?
Oh my God. It was crazy, right? It wasn't even about the loudness, it was about what they was doing. They wouldn't allow any other fans. You know how you got the opposite fans? You can't allow that. You know what I mean? It's only their fans. And they got flare guns. Legal? It has to be, or else they're gonna kill each other. Honestly. Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
I got one more. So if you could relive one game, which one is it?
If I could relive one game. Man.
Is it a Detroit game?
Nah, to be honest, it was two times I made it to the finals. If I can relive 2 games, it'd be 2 games. Two times I made it to the finals. I don't think I gave it my all in order to win. And I only won 1 championship in my whole career in 60 years.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Alex.
Yeah.
What made you say that? What made you say that you didn't give it your all?
Because I wasn't dead. When the game was over, I still had tank in me. I still had something left in me. I felt that. You know, I felt I didn't give it my all. And it was one of those things where the team depended on me and I didn't know how to actually lead them in a way of getting them over that hump. And that's when I understood when I won my championship what it took. I gave it everything. Like I was done, exhausted. So
So you
that's
learned from the first time,
I learned from
basically.
the
Now,
but the first, yeah.
is it because you were nervous? Because
Nah,
it
it
was
was
your first time there?
I actually learned a lot playing in the league. Like we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I was on that team when LeBron scored 24 points in the fourth quarter. I was watching it.
He wilded out.
He wilded out. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
I was there. I actually seen what it took for him to actually lead his team. So to actually see that and be in the presence and then actually doing it is two different things. You know what I mean? You have to carry that weight. And I didn't know how to do it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like you gotta actually figure out how to do that. Getting double teamed. The plan was to stop you, and you got to figure out how to actually overcome that. How do you actually lead your team and put them on your back and carry them? How do you not be selfish but
That's a
being
fact.
selfish at the same time and trying to get them to that end result? So those are the things that actually overturned me of being a leader. And I was a hell of a player, hell of a scorer,
Oh
statistics
yeah.
on the court and all that stuff. But how do you lead your team into winning? Even though you might have a good game or a bad game, you know what I mean? So those are the things that actually I had to lock into understanding. And I spent some time on the video watching a lot.
Yeah, film and all that.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
How was it seeing see, because I don't even know if I should ask this, because I ask it to people that I know that play with both, meaning MJ and LeBron. Now, I'm
Uh-huh.
not gonna ask who's better. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Can you name your top five of all time? Can you give us that?
Those two is in the conversation for
A
sure.
hundred percent.
Jordan and Kobe. Kobe's my GOAT for sure. I gotta say it. Those two for sure. I got Shaq, the most dominant player as well. That's three.
To ever play the game.
Yeah, you got to have Steph Curry as your point guard. I would say,
Damn, Steph over Isaiah Thomas? Over Zeke?
bro, I'm talking about people that literally changed the game. Like,
Okay. All
I'm
right.
not saying like you could say a lot of people over Kirby that can actually play defense, do everything. I'm just naming people that actually literally flat out changed the game, where you had to actually make rules for them in that situation.
You're right.
Top five would be them, and I throw in AI for sure.
Oh no, he changed the game, the culture,
Yeah,
everything. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Nah, not at all. I just heard like AI was getting fined every single game for not
yeah,
wearing a suit. So if that's not changing the culture,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Now they want to give it to Shay, and I get it. I mean, thumbs up. I would love them to, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, man, you have to give it to AI. Like he was the trend
I
for
seen him
all
with
them little
my eyes.
walkthroughs.
When he got traded. Detroit actually traded for him. I was on that team, matter of fact. So I had a chance to actually chop it up with him, be connected with him, and see how he moves. And unbelievable dude, man. Misunderstood times 10. The dude doesn't get enough praises of what he does off the court as well, too. And
Chuck was wild, right? I know Chuck was wild.
yeah,
Fat Joe be saying some stories.
yeah, Chuck was wild, bro.
Fat
About
Joe be saying some stories, man, about Chuck, and it's like, damn, who would have thought?
yeah,
But then again, like I said, he was a trendsetter. He was from the hood. He from VA, so you could, yeah, you could see it. Take us back to college, right? How
yeah.
did college shape your mindset as a pro on and off the court?
Well, first off, I got actually I never got recruited by the school I went to. It was literally open runs. I was going to go to a prep school. My AAU coach hit me and he was like, "Yo, you want to go run at Pepperdine University?"
Yeah.
I'm from California, Compton, Cali, so I didn't even know where Malibu was. So I'm like, "Shit, they running. Let's go run." So I literally went to sleep the whole ride. It took about an hour to get there. I went to sleep, woke up, and it was an ambience of how beautiful this campus was. So when I walked in, I'm seeing the coach, Paul Westphal. If anybody knows who that is,
Yeah.
legend in the game.
Facts.
He was, the head coach for the San Antonio Spurs. I'm not the Spurs, I'm saying the Suns when they actually had Charles Barkley and they went to the finals and lost. But anyway, he was on the court walking around and he was the head coach. And we had literally like 200 kids in the gym. I had no idea that day he was actually looking for one other recruit because they had one more scholarship. I'm in there just balling out, got my team to the finals, game. We playing the lone court. We win the championship or whatever, the last game and stuff. He pulls me to the side with my AAU coach, and he's like, yo, get on the line, run a 17, Paul Westwood.
Woo.
So in my mind, I'm like, all right, cool. It's not nothing wrong at all. I get on the line. And he was like, nah, I just want to see if you actually, if you was going to run or you was going to give me a hard time. So I said, nah, no problem at all. So I go get water, come back. I sit down with him. I sign. He was like, we want to bring you in. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm about to go to prep school in like a week, like literally a week.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
nah, we want you to come here to Pepperdine. I sign right then and there. I go back, bring a whole scholarship to my mom and dad. Unpack my bags. I'm going to college within a week. It was a 360 how my life changed as far as what God gave me, opening so many doors, because I was getting recruited by everybody. My first recruitment was UCLA. Then USC came and stuff like that. But I was unlucky to pass the SATs, and I missed that. So I had to go. I was going to go back and do, one more year of prep school. And then, I had a scholarship, bro. I was on that thing. I was going back to Pepperdine University with a full ride. I redshirted my first year, which I really needed because I was skinny. I was not really game shape as far as college. And that year, to answer your question, that year of me redshirting helped so much because I wasn't ready for that tempo and that speed, but I got adjusted to it. I was actually one of those guys that was on the scouting team, and I was the best player. And the team had to stop me, and I had to figure out how to score and get my shot. So that whole year was a building process of watching film, getting adjusted to the life of college, working out, not going with the team as they're going to travel, but actually, staying and getting my shots up and working constantly. So that next year I was ready, man.
How long did that adjustment take, though, more or less?
It took a minute. It took a minute because it was one of those things where I felt like that year, it wasn't dependent on me to do anything. It was either on me if I wanted it bad enough. You know what I mean? Because it was like I was isolated. I was on the team, but I really wasn't on the team, if that made sense.
Yeah.
So that year was really like a sit down moment and writing down a strategic plan of how I was going to execute and get better and get ready for that next year for when it was called for me. So that was really huge. And then to tie into that next summer when I was going into my freshman year, the best player that I ever actually met was Reggie Miller. He was my best player.
Damn, word.
He brought a house in Malibu, and he asked the coach, Paul Westphal, if he can actually work out in our gym. And I remember my trainer, he would call me. He's like, yo, your favorite player is hooping down here. I left school. I left the class. I ran downstairs, went up top and watched him work out. And that's when I really knew that I wasn't working out hard enough, because when I actually watched him work out, and he was on literally one spot of the court for like an hour and a half, repetition, repping out, 8 for 9, 8 for 10, doing it again, 9 for 10, doing it again, 10 for 10, going to the next spot, 10 for 10, like going back and forth, 1 bounce dribble, 2 bounce dribble. And that really actually helped me so much. And then I got a chance to get on the court with him, work out with him, play one-on-one with him. And
how was that like? How was that one-on-one like?
Bro, it was crazy.
Playing with your favorite, how, bro? Like that.
Yeah, it's literally you only gonna elevate. You have no choice but to elevate. You know what I mean? Just like a descent, like you see an outer body experience of you just getting better. You know what I mean? And once you get that taste.
My bad. Hey, did he say something that stuck with you till this day?
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Like a lot of dudes, like when it was time for him to actually hoop, he would play 5-on-5 with us. You know what I mean? He would start off 1-on-1 and he would do 3-on-3 and he would play 5-on-5 towards the, vet camp and stuff. And all the dudes would like actually ask him like, yo, can I get, because he was Jordan, signed, signature. He'd get Jordan shoes left, right, and center. So they would always ask him like, yo, like, let me get some shoes. Let me get some NBA socks. And he came up to me one time. He was like, man, you never asked me for nothing. Why don't you? I was like, bro, you doing everything for me. You giving me the game. I don't need nothing else from you, bro. Like, I'm just a sponge. And from that moment on, like, we locked in from that point because he knew how serious I wanted this and how serious it was going to be a game changer for me. So I was picking his brain left, right, and center from that point on.
That's fire, man. You get
Yeah,
to play with one of your favorites. That's crazy, man.
crazy, bro.
Like I told you earlier, right before we started recording. I love ball. Like ball saved my life.
Mhm.
Literally saved my life. And I don't think y'all enough. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I want to say it publicly. Like I want my fans to
appreciate
hear
it.
it, man. Like, bro, like you saved my life, dog.
Yeah,
Real
appreciate
talk, man. And me and wifey be talking, right? And she's like, because I'm only 5'7", but get like if I was to, I love ball so much that I was in high school,
it.
but obviously I was going to school for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I was
yeah.
banging, the women, the females,
It
but
was
I
called.
love ball so much that I was like, damn, like please allow me to play for the team.
Yeah,
Like if I was to tell the people watching what my game was like, I'm gonna keep it a buck, eh?
it was Kyrie.
Yeah, because us from New York, like New Yorkers, we might
He was
cross
ruthless.
you and bring it
Yeah,
right back. Woo, show you like, yo, we're gonna do it again. Oh, pop, bring it right back and just make it,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And
Mixtape.
one side, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, but and not only that, at 5'7", I was banging. So, but my grades was shot, like
yeah,
shot. You know what I mean? And I remember the
yeah,
uh coach for varsity, one time he came up to me, he was like, hey Mike, man, like I wish I could do something for you, but I can't.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna throw my my principal under the bus, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm gonna do it is because RIP Mr. Leader, he passed away.
Okay,
But I went up to Mr. Leader one day and I said, Mr. Leader, man, I went to Lehman High School in the Bronx.
okay.
And I said, yo, Mr. Leader, man, like, I really want to make the squad, man, please. And you know
Yeah.
what he said? Keep real with you, eh? You know what he said?
What'd he say?
He said, Mike, you know what? I run things here. I said, yeah, this is why I came to you. He said, look, I'm gonna do something for you. I said, yeah, what's up? Talk to me. He said, I'm gonna give you just like this. I kid you not. He said, I'm gonna give you the 25 credits that you need. And I said, what? I only have 15 credits. Mind you,
Damn.
it was my fourth year. So I was getting left back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was getting held back left and right. And he was like, yo, I'm going to give you the 25 that you need. And I kid you not, eh? I don't know why I said no, but I said no. I said, you know what, Miss Leader? Nah, I want to earn it. I want to earn it. And that was the last of it. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why is because I chose banging more than ball.
how did he feel after that when you said that though?
To be honest with you, I saw him like a couple of years after that, and he kept it real. He's like, yo, I respect you for it. Mr. Leader, yeah. Because I was
Yeah,
the, I was the wild dude in school. Like I was really the wild one. I
yeah,
was always into fashion, so people knew me because of fashion. But I was a wild dude. Again, like as I mentioned before, like there was a lot of Latin Kings, a lot of Bloods, and I was
mm,
probably the only Crip. It was just me and my boy Bruce.
mm,
And Bruce was from Brooklyn. And I'm from the Bronx. So I'm like, yo, it's only me and you here, dog.
yeah.
So we had to bang regardless.
Every day.
Exactly. It was either bang or you get banged on.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just wanted to share that, and I love ball, man. And again, I'm gonna reiterate this again, man. I thank you. I thank you guys, man. And I
appreciate
should be giving y'all flowers every time I speak to a ball player, man. Because this is why I'm here. So you were drafted into the NBA knowing nothing was guaranteed, right? Am
it.
I
Yeah.
right or am I wrong?
Now you're right, 100%.
Okay. What was the biggest shock once you got to the league?
When I got drafted in the second round as the last player pick in the 60th pick, after Joe Dumars, the GM, actually called my name. When he called me and he said, "We got you," I literally thought it was a wrap because I knew they had two picks. They had the first round, they had 56, and they picked Amir Johnson, was the last NBA high school player to ever get picked. Once they said his name, I was done. Like I was just like, yo, everybody lied to me. And literally, once they said his name, my agent went into the room and like he was on the phone, and it got to 57. 58 went to commercial. 59, he gave me the phone and he was like, Joe Dumars want to talk to you. So I'm like, what? So I'm thinking like I'm gonna play in summer league, you know what I mean, whatever. And he literally said, we got you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, we got you. And when he said that, the commissioner now actually said the last player picked in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Alex Acker. And that was a game changer for me because I was on the phone with somebody that was actually didn't lie to me. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
what's up, man.
a lot of GMs actually told me. Actually, I had a couple GMs that actually told me like, I've worked out for everybody, bro. Mike, I worked out for everybody twice damn near. I didn't shy away from any comp. I was ready. So many GMs like, bro, you came in here and you killed it, but we can't draft you because nobody knows who the hell you are. And they kept it real with me. It was like, we draft you, not the fans not gonna know who the hell
You gotta respect that.
yeah, so I was like, all right, cool. But if you don't get drafted, Chicago, like you don't get drafted, we're gonna pick you up ASAP. But Dumars was like, yo, I literally worked out for the Detroit Pistons and I didn't touch a basketball. Like I literally didn't touch a basketball. I did only defense the whole workout. And I was like, yo, why are we doing defense?
Yeah.
After that workout, Dumars was like, we just wanted to see if you can play defense. We know everything you can do. We just want to see if you play defense.
Oh, we know what you do with in offense.
With the
Okay,
offense. We just want
gotcha.
to see if you can play defense. So once that actually translated and I went back home and stuff, I had 5 days to the draft. Hearing him call my name, all that rah. To be honest with you, I thought I was on the team because I was not on the damn team, bro. Like I got drafted in the second round, but I'm not guaranteed. I still got to make a team. You know what I mean? So my agent never told me that. He never told me that. So I won the summer league. I'm glad he didn't tell me because I won the summer league, not cocky, but the confidence of understanding that I was representing a team that actually wanted me. And that confidence led me to being like the summer league the second team, all second team, averaging like 14 points, second round draft pick, 60th pick, never heard of and stuff. So that actually led me to veteran camp. And I had to outplay like 6 other dudes, and I was just confident. And then we played Milwaukee Bucks, and Dumars pulled me to the office like, yo, we're going to sign you. And I'm like, what do you mean sign me? Like, I thought I was already signed. He was like, nah, bro, you didn't make the team. Like, didn't your agent tell you this?
That's bugged out.
I'm like, what? Like, it was crazy to me because I didn't know all this. This is all new to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just confident enough to understanding that, like God had me 100%. Like, even when I didn't think he was working, he was working. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Just put your head down and keep working, bro.
Sure. That's how Big Dog works, man.
Yeah,
in mysterious ways.
I was motivated, man. I really was.
And I'm glad he never told you.
I'm glad he didn't tell me.
That gave you the strength. That gave you the motivation to
show
out.
It's not I ain't gonna make the team type stuff. Like I took every shot with confidence. I played defense with confidence. I attacked the rim with confidence. And that led me to actually believing in myself that I was an NBA player, and it was an eye opener for real. To go all the way back to college, bro, I wasn't highly recruited. I wasn't the favorite. We actually had 3 other dudes on my team that was NBA prospects, but they didn't have the grades. And they led to actually having so many scouts come in the gym. And my last summer, I left my junior year. I had one more year. I didn't have no money. I was poor beyond poor. My parents actually lived with me in the dorms down there because they was getting evicted left, right, and center. And I told my coach, I was like, yo, like I need a job, bro. I'm not asking you to give me money. I just need some type of way to actually withstand this burden that I'm having. And it wasn't like nothing like I can throw it on him. It was me being a man. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just put my name in the draft and see what happens. And I did that. When I did that, I didn't know that I only had a certain amount of time to actually put my name out. So I left it in there, just like, yo, I'm gonna just ride it out. I'm all in. Yeah, I'm all in. So I didn't think about Europe or anything. I thought like I was gonna be an NBA player, and that actually helped me a lot.
Damn, if that's not a testimony, man, I don't know what is, brother.
It's a huge one. It's a huge
Golly, man, God is good, man.
Yeah, man, he was good.
Can you talk about the style of play overseas? How did it expand your skill set in basketball IQ?
Because it was a thinking strategy type game environment, and again, getting blessed to be with Detroit. All those veterans were IQ high level individuals. You know what I mean? From Sheed Wallace, as a knucklehead he is, his IQ is off the charts. And it's all about details and strategies and how to actually less is more. You know what I mean? And Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot, his name speaks for itself. I seen this dude only take 5 shots and wind up with 24 points, through the whole game, and that's efficiency. I learned that. I sat down and watched, strategized that. I watched Tayshaun Prince when he spoke, everybody listened. So he didn't waste his energy by talking so much. He talked efficiently and getting to the point. I watched Rip Hamilton come off screens left, right, and center of how to actually get open. So those things I picked away and added to my game, which was huge, and that actually gave me the IQ of actually being an elite player, whether it was in the NBA or whether it was in Europe for sure. And it made it so much easier because I can think the game, I can play the game, I can be efficient for sure. And I knew how to use my weapons at the highest level.
How was the meeting of guys? Let's say Mr.
Yeah.
How was it?
I met Chauncey in in college. Crazy story. I keep going back to college, but it's crazy, bro, because I call it the Monstar team. Well, Reggie actually, the first year he came, I worked out with him personally. The second year he came with, he was with Indiana. So he came with Al Harrington. He came with Tyrone Lue when he was playing. He came with Stephon Marbury, Kevin Garnett, Chauncey Billups. All these dudes came in our gym at Pepperdine, and we competed against these dudes. Chauncey actually, when he was sitting out, I was playing. This is the ball boy told me. He was like, Chauncey came up to him like, "Who's the best player on this team?" And the ball boy was like, "Alex Acker." And he took that to heart. And he watched me play, and he went back and told Joe Dumars, and that's how I got on the radar from that moment on.
Wow.
So Chauncey Billups was the reason why I got drafted, bro. Seriously. You talking about being in the right situation and being always ready, and you don't know who's coming in the gym. I'm a testimony of it for sure. Yeah, I was, rookie of the year in the WCC. It's not like the Pac-10 or, ACC, right. WCC. So we're not playing nobody except Gonzaga. That's all I can say. It was God for sure from that point on. My junior year, after playing against all those guys that I mentioned, my game went from here to here. You know what I mean? Like that's nobody could stop me playing against Chauncey Billups, him picking me up, and Tyrone Lue the next game, and Stephon Marbury, Mr. New York. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Rikers Island. So that confidence propelled me times 10, bro. It was over after that. Yeah.
Yo. Wow. and I did my research, and damn, that is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Chauncey, man.
Yeah, Chauncey's the real.
Wow.
He's the real.
Man.
Yeah.
How did you have a few more, right? How did you redefine success once you realized the NBA isn't the only measure of greatness?
That's a good question. When I made it to the NBA, as a kid, I had a dream of making it to the league. That's all we talked about. Every kid in the U.S. making it to the league, not thinking about overseas. Once I got close to that dream, I didn't set my goals even further of being an elite all-star or, it's 1% making it to the league. So as I got closer to getting that, I didn't have expectations of having 10 years in the league. So once I got to the league, I didn't get complacent. I was on a team that actually didn't need me to perform right now. You know what I mean? With the Detroit Pistons. So I felt that it was not going to be good for me to actually stay around another year in the league. I need to go figure out how to actually be assertive on a team. And me and my agent huddled, and we was like, let's go overseas. And I took a chance on myself. Joe Dumars was like, yo, I'm a hold your rights. You're still going to be on the team, but you're going to be, on Olympiacos type stuff. But I still have your rights. I'm the first bidder to actually, if anybody comes at you. So now I have that chip on my shoulder that I'm still a part of the team. I went over to Greece and I balled out. I went to FC Barcelona and I balled out. And then I felt I was ready to play in the league. My first year, I didn't feel like I was ready to play. You know what I mean? I felt like I was on the team. I was happy. I was in the wow factor. I was a sponge. But that second year, I felt I was ready. So I was one of those dudes that actually made it to the league twice. So I went back to the NBA with the Detroit Pistons
Wow.
as they signed me up. And I was ready to play. But they actually drafted two dudes ahead of me. You know what I mean? So as I got there and I was confident and I was playing the little time that I had, I knew that I made it. I knew that like it wasn't just about me making it, was the timing which was needed. You know what I mean? So
Yep. Yep.
I was content on knowing that I made it to the league twice. So it's not about me actually trying to get there. I'm capable of doing that, but my success is actually being on that court and seeing my jersey and playing for a team that actually needed me to rock. So that's where I altered my IQ of understanding like, yo, Europe they're calling for me. There's teams that actually want me to play. The league ain't that bad. Euro League is, an elite league. You got NBA players on teams like that. You're getting paid tax-free money. So you're getting your bread, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
you're getting a
facts.
lifestyle where you want to actually be assertive and want it. So I shift my IQ of understanding like I'm gonna go where I want to be. You know what I mean? Where it's needed for sure.
Where you need it. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, where I need it. Yeah.
I just saw that was it what a couple of days ago? I think the NBA are joining forces with the Euro League. Am I right?
Yeah, 100%. Yep. 2026. Yeah, this year.
2020. Yeah, facts. So
Yeah.
that's something to watch for.
Not for sure.
You know what I
100%.
mean? I think a lot of players will probably even start playing for the Euro League and say, forget the NBA. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's why the NBA caught wind of understanding that because fans are actually watching EuroLeague more than the NBA. You know
That
what I
is a
mean?
fact.
So it's in Dubai, they timid of Dubai actually, buying up everything right now.
And that's what they
So
doing.
that's what they throwing
That's what
bread.
they
They throwing
doing. Yeah.
bread.
Just throwing bread everywhere and buying everything out. Yeah. You're right
Yeah.
about that. Look, as a matter of fact, I think well, see, I'm a boxing aficionado. Like I love boxing, man. Besides ball, like boxing is probably my second favorite sport. And as you can see in boxing, man, you have Turkey. Turkey's buying up everything,
Yes.
literally. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Ring
Yeah.
magazine. He's making fights happen.
Yeah.
He's from out there.
Amateur fights, all kinds of fights,
You
bro.
know what
They
I'm
they
saying?
eating everything. I think I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because like you said with the question, like what rules are they gonna have? They're gonna have NBA rules, they're gonna have EuroLeague rules. Like how are they gonna make that adjustment into, this whole situation? They're gonna
What
play.
what if they implement both though? Can they do that?
They did it for the FIBA Cup and the USA games. USA players have to adjust to the ball out here, the basketball out here, and the rules out here as well too. So they could,
Yeah, I
100% right.
think
Yeah.
it'll be great for the sport though. More eyes, you know what I'm saying? More people wanting to play the sport.
Yeah.
Man, because out there in Italy, man, like I'm sure it's soccer dominant. I already know.
It's cooked.
I
Cooked out
already
here.
know, like it's soccer all day.
AC
I have
Milan.
I have two more, right? When you look at your full career,
Hmm.
NBA to international star,
Hmm.
how do you want your basketball story to be remembered?
Man, somebody that actually was not scared to actually bet on himself.
There you go.
You know, I think that's the most important thing. I never had a job in my life. I'm not saying to be proud of myself, but from the age of 5 to 24, I believed that this was going to work. It's the only sport that I ever played. I put everything in the basket, you know what I mean? And it rewarded me times 10, through all the injuries and all that. I'm blessed like you are with the family, you know what I mean? Out here in Italy, I met my wife out here because of basketball. Got two beautiful daughters because of basketball. Sky's the limit, finances is straight, solidified because of basketball. And I'm talking to you because of basketball. You know what I mean, Mike? So just betting on myself and believing. And I'm pretty sure in New York, you got dudes out in Rucker everywhere. that's telling you can't do shit. You know what I mean? You probably got dudes on the pod right now telling you can't do this. But, you know, I had that same feeling coming from where I came from. And there's not too many people that make it out where we come from. You know what I mean? And having that one drive. So I bet on myself, bro. I think that's the most important thing. Yeah.
Now the last question, right? If you can give the world one advice, what would it be?
Man, I like that. Don't burn bridges, bro.
Wow.
Don't burn bridges. You don't know who's gonna help you in the future. You have no clue how many people can actually open doors for you. Don't ever burn bridges because the water boy can be a GM in the blink of an eye. You know what I mean? And I seen it happen with my own eyes. You know, I can honestly walk around this world, shake everybody's hand, look them in the eye. You know what I mean? For not burning bridges and being humble, being, you know, obedient and trusting that this isn't my work, this is God's plan for sure.
You know what? I have to throw this one in there.
Yeah.
Who is God to you?
Man, God's everything, bro. He's everything. I tell you this story to end it all. This is what's crazy about it. I'll keep it short too. My parents introduced me to God, you know, at a young age. Had a relationship, didn't have a relationship. I knew who he was for sure. I really connected with him during one day of my life where it changed my life forever. I came home one night from playing ball at nighttime. Street lights come on, you know how it is. Parents like, go ahead, wash your hands, sit down, make plate. My dad's in the kitchen. Dad's big, 6'5", afro, strong as hell. Dealing with kids, adolescents at nighttime, daytime, helping me actually homework and all kinds of stuff. He put the plate on my table, on the desk. On the table. It was a hamburger, it was some vegetables, and it was some French fries. And I asked him one question. I didn't think nothing of it as a kid. I don't know how old I was. Probably like, I know I was in high school. I was like, Dad, we got some ketchup? I don't know why that struck a nerve with him, but he actually cried, bro. And that was the first time he seen my dad. And he said, son, I'm trying to do the best that I can. And that really hit me hard. You know what I mean? Because I'm doing my own thing as a kid, and I'm seeing my dad, and I really like looked into his life of what he's been doing and providing for me and stuff like that. So I finished my plate. I went to the bathroom. I took a shower, let the water run. I got on my knees. Something compelled me to get out on my knees and just pray to God. And I told God, I said, listen, if you can make me the breadwinner for my family, I will tell everybody this story. I'm not going to lie to you. And I had a flashback of all the things that I was going to go through in my life. That's why I'm so confident of going through it and betting on myself, because it's already written. And every single time from my story, God was right there to open the next door for me, even when I thought it was over, even when I didn't see another door.
Talk to him, A.
Yeah, he opened the door for me every single time. I'm just confident as hell that no weapon formed against me should prosper.
Hey, look. Let's go, A. I'm going to leave with this verse, man. John 14:6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. That's what Jesus said, man. So please go follow Jesus Christ, man. Please go follow my brother now in Christ, Alex Acker. Please go, man. Just go to his page and just run it all up. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And brother, I thank you so much, man. I appreciate you for taking some time out of your day, you know, to come hang out with me. But again, I just want to give you your flowers, man. I thank you so much, brother.
Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for hitting me, man.